We are having a fun time in New Braunfels, Texas tonight. Glad you're with us. Don Harris, Chuck McIntyre, Matt Roy down on the sidelines. As Steele leads New Braunfels 20-7 here with 6 minutes to go in the first half. But the Unicorns knocking on the door. It's a 3rd down and goal from inside the 2. We'll call it the 1.5. Leighton Adams with his running back Tyree Johnson behind him. They move the formation to the left-hand side. They run Johnson to the right up the middle. Touchdown Unicorns, Tyree Johnson.
Coach Mangold down up right there, right? Send a couple of guys over to the other side, and then he had a kick-out block to the right. And talk about the parting of the sea. Tyree Johnson making that look awfully easy because of what the big boys were doing up front. Look at that big beastie get a block in down there. Was that Mers?
Extra point is up and good. And it's 20-14. The Unicorns within a score. Tyree Johnson's a special young man. 5'8", 185, an all-district performer last year as a junior. As we said, he was the TNL MVP when we had this game last year against Seguin in one of the oldest rivalries, if not the oldest, in the entire state of Texas. Hey, coming up at halftime, we're going to spotlight 2 teams that are making a difference in our communities with the Beyond the Game program. Let's hear more about it from San Antonio Sports' Jenny Carnes and Valero.
Every day, our high school and middle school coaches work hard to help athletes reach their maximum potential while also teaching life lessons through sports. Beyond the Game provides a platform to support our coaches as they develop athletes beyond the basic X's and O's.
Valero's success is linked to its values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service. They are a part of everything we do in business and in the community. We are proud to partner with San Antonio Sports and recognize the next generation of leaders as they develop these life-enriching values on and off the field.
We are thrilled that Valero has joined our team. They are a company that lives their values and makes San Antonio a better place for all of us. Having Valero as a teammate for Beyond the Game will help this program continue to positively impact more teams, coaches, and families. 4 teams will be recognized during the San Antonio All-Star Football Game in the Alamodome. If you want to nominate a team, you can visit sanantoniosports.org and learn more about the program and nominate your team today.
Thanks to Jenny Carnes and our partnership with San Antonio Sports and Valero. And there's your block. Chuck, 73, came over there and cleared the way.
Yeah, they moved Gavin Espinosa to the other side. So while the window dressing was going on the left, Gavin, who normally plays on the left side, moved over to the other side. And boy, that's not a touchdown. Well, it might have been a touchdown, but it wouldn't have been as easy if Gavin hadn't 100% sealed up his man and allowed his running back to get the 6.
Nice job. By the way, he's the man. 5'10", 285. All-state player last year. 23 pancake blocks already this season.
That was just textbook.
Plenty of time for the Steel Knights to answer here. 5 minutes to go until halftime. And boom party will get underway. A line drive. Takes a hop into the end zone. And hey, you know, also coming up at halftime, don't forget to check out the bands. And one of the bands that we have on TNL this year will win a $5,000 band grant. It's all based on votes. You just scan the QR code like Chuck does. And also visit the cw35.com/station/contest. You got to be 18. You got to live in our area. And our thanks to the $5,000 band grant being sponsored by Christus Children's. And if the national anthem is any indication, I think some might consider voting for the Unicorn Band because they were fantastic.
Well said. That was something special. Sounded like a college band.
Yeah, didn't they? Mm-hmm. That's Harris inside for a couple. See the difference in size when Harris is in there with his jet speed. He had that touchdown earlier where he just split the defense, and then The young sophomore is just a load already at 190 pounds. Hatton, number 28. They're both back there now. And it's Harris. Harris finds the crease, and tough running for another 3. It'll be third down.
Great job by the big boys from New Braunfels stepping up there and making it hard to run inside. I don't know if that was Sadler that was in there, or was it Brody Maresh? Somebody was in there clogging.
It'll be third down and short. They got him to flinch. Is this a free play? It is. Warner fires, and that ball might have been intercepted. It's not going to matter because New Braunfels was offside. They're going to say for the moment that that ball was picked. And a fine job by Cole Redding as the marker is at the
offside.
49.
Defense, number 49. 5-yard penalty, and as a result of that, first down.
So a lot going on there. The interception's negated by the offside, and it's a countywide service company first down by virtue as they only needed about 4.5.
You're showing some veteran leadership from your junior quarterback. Doing a nice job with the cadence and getting a bunch of Braunfels guys jump off it.
Play action to Hatton. Warner pumps going deep. One-on-one down there. Caught. Cooper to the 20. Cooper. Touchdown. Steele. Jalen Cooper beat his man one-on-one. And it was a beautiful ball after the pump fake by Chad Warner.
It sure was. We got inside leverage on this ball. Warner throwing a dime, and Cole Redding, the guy that had the pick on the previous play, came up a little lame. May have pulled something there. You see him 7 getting late into the picture. Just a well done play though by Steele.
The extra point up and good, so every time New Braunfels has an answer to bring it within a 1-score game, the Knights answer, and it's 26-14, and that might have been the most elaborate handshake celebration that I've ever seen.
Well, you know, when you score as often as these guys do, you got plenty of time to work on your game after you score.
Here's a message from Gomez Law Firm.
Hey football fans, Jose Rios here with the Gomez Law Firm, and we are proud to sponsor TNL. Mr. Gomez has been serving his community with trust and integrity since 1973. That is 50 years of law practice, 50 years of helping his community, 50 years of helping people in need, 50 years of helping people involved in all types of personal injury matters. So if you are in need, call the Gomez Law Firm because Gomez Law fights. Enjoy the game.
Our thanks to Gomez Law Firm for being our presenting. Here's the handshake. There were 43 moves. I counted.
Well, those guys should also figure out a way to do that with the Gomez Law Firm, right? You know, there was a couple of things I saw this week as we see an onside kick that is fielded cleanly by New Braunfels. But Don, Mr. Gomez is sponsoring young reporters that are out covering high school football games, young boxers that are starting their careers. There's a lot of things that he's doing behind the scenes that he's not getting the credit for, the law firm's not getting credit for. So, you know, they back it up. Not just here
pouring into the
Taco
community.
Cabana Thursday Night Lights. Exactly.
Absolutely pours his heart and soul into the community that he has served for 50 years now. Great guy, too. Enjoy talking to him, he and his wife, every time we get a chance. Johnson on first and down on the countywide service company first down. Goes forward, gets back to the line of scrimmage. We're getting near the 4-minute mark here in the first half. Don't forget to stick around for our Central Med halftime show. You'll hear some outstanding bands. David Chancellor, as always, will bring us the outstanding stories of these scholar athletes of the week. That's the Central Med halftime show coming up in 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Johnson again, trying to stretch it. Splits 2 tacklers to the 50. Picks up another countywide service company first down. Nifty bit of running there by Tyree Johnson.
And Gavin Espinosa pulling like a freight train out there to help his guy get a couple extra yards. Well done, 73. I'm telling you, if Gavin Espinosa's coming at you, I know where I'd be going, the other direction.
Unicorns thinking touchdown now. Here's Beagley on the bubble. Beagley across the 35, down near the 33. Another countywide service company first down. This young man just has outstanding reaction and vision and hands.
It's the subtle things that Leighton Adams does, though, Don, too. I mean, he threw that to get him running.
Yeah.
It was just a perfect ball. And, again, that just helps you get additional yards downfield. Leighton Adams has thrown a couple of nice balls here tonight that really make you think this guy's an elite QB.
Play action, looking deep now. Fires. Receiver just ran a little zone route and sat down there, and he's still pushing forward if they're going to ever blow the whistle. I believe that was Lane Duke. Check that, it was Beagley again. You think these guys play a lot of 7-on-7 together in the summertime?
Sure,
a
looks
lot
like
of this
it.
is, hey buddy, what are you doing this afternoon? Let's meet up at the field and throw some routes.
Well, they sure look like they've been playing together forever. I mean, Leighton again throwing a zipper right there, throwing off his back foot and right on time and right on dime.
All right, yet another countywide service company first down. Tyree Johnson behind Leighton Adams. It's Johnson. This time he's got nowhere to go as the Steele defense just stood him up. Julian Hugo, the sophomore, coming up from his linebacking spot just to stand him up there at the line of scrimmage. In fact, they're going to call it a loss of a couple.
So we talked about how stout the Steele defensive line is. Then you got a sophomore that comes in and makes a play like that, and you'd swear he was a fifth-year senior. Mercy, they got some dudes.
Top of your screen, it's 2 Division I guys, one-on-one. Beagley and A.J. Williamson. Instead, Adams looks the other way, going to throw it out of bounds and incomplete. Just had the pressure breathing down his neck, made a smart play to live and play for another day. Big Jalen Jones, number 99, the all-district defensive tackle, busted through to pressure him.
And this guy's such a load, 99 is. I mean, when the pressure comes up the middle, it is awfully hard for a quarterback to survey the field. And I agree, Leighton Adams doing well to just get rid of it.
All right, so it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. Adams looking over the middle, fires over the middle, picked off and dropped. Oh, great zone coverage there by the linebacking core. And that was Andrew Buck, who was thinking 6 the other way and just took his eyes off it.
Yeah, really good job by the New Braunfels offensive lineman on that snap. Hayden Mers on the right side really doing a good job making sure no defensive end was going to get to his quarterback. Really stood up his guy.
So here's Boone Partee from 42, 9 yards longer than his season long. That ball's blocked at the line of scrimmage, never got up, and Steele's going to try to return it. And Carter brings it out across the 10.
Was it Jalen Morgan that busted through on that to block the kick?
I did not see.
Oh, yeah, he did. He got there clean. 6, look at that. He almost took it right off the holder's hands.
No, I don't see a flag. It looked like he could have been offsides. And I'm not sure. We need Mike Pereira in the booth with us.
Well, he
If
got
you
there
can
clean.
return it, but can you return that, or is it a dead ball?
He blocked it with his upper arm. You can't do it any better than 6 just did.
Or did they leave too much time on the clock for the Steele Knights now with a $1:07 before halftime? Warner goes a little bubble to the near side, and Dancing out of bounds smartly to stop the clock is Avian Farrow.
Again, just the feet on some of these guys from Steele is just something to behold.
And they're so well coached by David Steins and his staff. The wherewithal to make sure you get to the sidelines here with a minute to go. Here's Harris. He cuts inside, and they want to burn a timeout here. Instead, they'll just go quickly. Third down here. Probably content here with letting it run because it's third down and 8. You turn it over, then New Braunfels gets it. So they'll take a shot or two, but not a whole lot of hurry here. 14 to snap at 27 on the clock. They take a delay a game. It's getting to 1 second, and that's where they'll call the timeout. So they will burn the timeout, let it run down to 12. They just wanted to make sure the ball was in their hands to end the half. Got a 2-touchdown lead.
So do you take a knee and get out of here, or do you okey doke them and make you think you're going to do that and then try to see if you can't get one of your flyers downfield?
Yeah, with the kind of athletes they have, I think they take a shot. They just want to make sure that if it doesn't work, you can take a knee on 4th down and game over if you run the clock out. Let's take a flashback to 2010.
Brown in the backfield again along with Justin Stockton, and Stockton, number 40, the freshman, will get the call here. Past the 40, midfield and beyond. And he will outrun all the Matadors for a touchdown. 71 yards for the freshman, Justin Stockton.
I will say this with 100% certainty. In the history of our San Antonio Sports All-Star game, no senior has ever dominated the other All-Stars in San Antonio more than Justin Stockton did that.
Yeah, 5 TDs in that game. What was impressive and how Justin got everybody on everybody's radar was he was a freshman when Malcolm was a senior. So you knew that this kid was going to be good, and he is. And what a great guy. He could still play, too. He just needs an offer somewhere from somebody, some league.
Outstanding career at Texas Tech. And they'll run Harris here.
And even better, father and husband, too. So well done, Justin. One of our favorites from all time here in the area.
Absolutely. It is 27-14. The Steele Knights being challenged by Glenn Mangold and his Unicorn squad, and he's standing by with our Matt Roy.
Coach, they come out like an avalanche, and you guys responded. How proud of you were your team to respond, and what do you guys have to do to keep responding in the second half?
Well, it's an outstanding job of, coming back and getting those 2 touchdowns. We just got to put our drives together and get points at the end, and then we just got to slow down their big plays. They hit 2 big plays on us and eliminate those, and we're right in it for the second half.
Your offense started to find a rhythm there after those first couple of drives. What was it that got you guys going? How can you keep that going?
I think with us, we need to mix it up and run and pass and take advantage of how they're lining up.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, it's our Central Med halftime show. Don't miss the bands and the Scholar Athletes of the Week. Good game on Thursday Night Lights. Steele 27-14 at the half.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, the Gomez Law Firm, Steele North Star Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Centro Med, Enroll SA, Countywide Service Company, Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions, Christus Children's, San Antonio Sports, Valero, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum, Beluga Air, Rhino Roofers, Texas Kidney Foundation, Air and Plumbing Today, Ron Hoover RV and Marine, Harlandale Independent School District, San Antonio Zoo, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Welcome to the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Welcome back to Unicorn Stadium here in the beautiful New Braunfels, Texas. We've got the Steele Band out on the field right now, and they're gearing up for Bandtober. We caught up with their head band director a little bit earlier this week to see how that's going for them.
My name is Stephen Dieter. I'm the head band director at Steele High School, and I've been affiliated with the program since we opened in 2005. I was the assistant director and became the head director later on. It's been a wonderful year. We have 2 new staff members this year. They've been doing a great job, and the kids are really working hard. It's been really hot this summer, and they've been putting in a lot of work. We graduated a huge senior class last year, and our current senior class is a little bit smaller than usual, about 40 students, and then so we're mostly freshman, sophomore. The title of our show is From the Ashes. It was originally designed from the idea that our students are resilient, coming out of COVID and recovering from all of that. So it's about resiliency. It includes a song from the movie Deadpool 2 with Ashes by Celine Dion. That's our ballad. And it includes Unstoppable by Sia. So you should be able to hear some of all of that. We've been to 2 competitions already. It's U.S. bands competitions that we went to. We made finals both times and came out fairly well in those competitions. And we won Best Percussion last week in our class. We won all the categories the week before that in our class as well. So we have another competition this Saturday at Piper High School, another U.S. bands competition, and then we go to Region UIL on the 14th, and hopefully we advance to area on the 21st, and then we'll complete our season on November 3rd at the Alamo Dome at the Bands of America San Antonio Regional. I'd like to give a shout out to our awesome administration here, our superintendent, our wonderful principals, Jana Cervantes, and all of our school board members that continuously to support our outstanding musicians, and especially our parents. We have lots of parents that come out every competition we go to and all football games and help us put our show on the field every week.
You know what time it is. It's time to vote for the Christian Children's $5,000 band grant to vote for the Steele Marching Band. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit CW35/station/contest. You must be 18 years old or live in our viewing area.
San Antonio middle and high school athletes are doing great things for our community. San Antonio Sports and Valero are shining a light on teams and individuals who model key values through their actions. This week, we salute 2 schools whose community projects demonstrate beyond the game values. Seguin High School's baseball team visited with residents at Walnut Springs Health and Rehabilitation Center, having fun connecting while enjoying some high-intensity bingo. Members of Incarnate Words High School's volleyball team volunteered for the Chavano Park Fire Department, stuffing more than 900 participant bags for their 9/11 tower climb. These athletes demonstrated the beyond-the-game values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service. San Antonio Sports and Valero salute high school and middle school coaches who inspire their athletes to serve others. Parents, teachers, and coaches can nominate teams and individuals that go beyond the game. Visit sanantoniosports.org.
Well, welcome back to Unicorn Stadium. It's one of my favorite times of the night to recognize some stellar scholar athletes. We're just past the halfway point in our TNL season. Already, we've recognized a lot of stellar student athletes from the teams competing here on TNL. At the end of the year, Steele, North Star, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram will present a $10,000 scholarship to one of the students featured this season on TNL. Our David Chancellor introduces you to this week's scholar athletes from Steele and New Braunfels.
New Braunfels senior Lance Beagley is a man of service. His grandfather beat cancer a few years ago. Lance honored that fight by volunteering for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
We did a little basketball clinic where like all the proceeds went to it, obviously, and so like being able to kind of like, I guess, share with like the community and the youth about what we were trying to do and the mission of this organization, I think that was really special.
I call him Mr. Perfect because he's so good in just about everything. All district, all academic, varsity football, basketball, and track. And he still carries a 4.0 GPA.
And I think I've been blessed with some just natural abilities, but that my mom's kind of been able to kind of let me know that that's, you know, that's not enough. Like there's plenty of people that have abilities that are far like greater than mine.
Mom's best lesson, good is about talent and smarts, but to be great requires a lot of hard work.
It all stops at a certain point, you know, and so maybe you can still excel at a high school level or whatever, but once you get to college, you know, everyone's just like how you were. And so, and it's just going to come down to, you know, who has that work ethic and who wants it more and has built those habits.
He has his pick of colleges, including West Point, Annapolis, and the Air Force Academy.
I've visited West Point and Air Force, and I mean, they're both just beautiful campuses, and I've liked the coaching staff at both of those places has been just really kind, and it's been good to build those relationships with them.
Steele senior Philip Chappell is playing his third year of varsity soccer, a long way from how it began.
It was just scary because they just have way more experience than me, and I felt lost, kind of. But I found my place, and I'm having fun.
His talent put him on the all-district team. His 105 GPA made him all-academic.
The last time I got a V was probably my freshman year in my history class, my AP Human Geo. I guess I just wasn't focused enough, but these last 3 years, I've been focused.
That focus paid off. He is 5th in his senior class.
My mom graduated 10th in her class, and it took me a little bit to get top 10. But her class was only like 60 people, and mine has 600. So, you know, I like to give her a little trash talk about that.
Philip goes by his middle name, Cooper, but one day we'll call him Doctor. His goal is to become a neurosurgeon. For now, he trains to become a medical assistant, hoping to land an internship, which begs the question, what does he do for fun?
Well, obviously soccer. That's how all my friends play, so it really is therapeutic for me to play with my friends and just go out there and have some fun.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Well, the New Braunfels marching band taking the field now. They're coming off a successful competition weekend. We spoke to the longtime band director a little bit earlier this week. Take a listen.
My name is David Eckert. I am the director of bands for New Braunfels Independent School District. I have been here at New Braunfels for 15, this is my 16th year, and I have been teaching for 24 years. So far, we've had a really positive year. Just came off of a competition where we did really well. And our show theme for this year is Nightshade. The show is kind of based on the concept of the variety of flowering plants that often they only bloom at night. It's not really a storyline or like a through composed concept where we're telling a story of a flower or someone interacting with poison or anything. It's more just kind of musical reflections of the concept of night and all that entails. Nightshades can often be poisonous, so there's a dark side to the show, but they can also be very beautiful, so there's a bit of beauty. So it's kind of about the night and all the kind of the duality of that. We're playing a pretty wide variety of music, from kind of traditional classical operatic music to pop music. We're doing the Flower Duet from Lockmay that a lot of people are going to be familiar with, and including Everything in Its Right Place by Radiohead. So it's a real cool kind of eclectic mix of music, and it's visually very, very pretty, and I think the kids love it, and I think the fans are going to really like it. We'll be competing every single weekend for the next 4, possibly 5 weekends. Beginning with Vista Ridge Marching Contest this weekend, which is in Austin. And then next weekend is UIL Region here in San Antonio. And then we go back up to Austin the following weekend for area. And then we finish up the month with the BOA Regional, which is in Waco. We have an amazing staff. Kyle Day, Felicia Garza, Annalisa Gonzalez, and Kate Williams are the directors here that kind of keep things running. We've got a big lineup of techs, and of course our boosters are amazing. They support us. They push props and make sure that our props are in good shape. We couldn't do it without them, and obviously our amazing administration here at Braunfels High School and across the district. Dr. Marty Leonard, our Director of Fine Arts, make sure that we have the things that we need, and our principals, Greg Hughes and Dr. Watson at the Ninth Grade Center. So without them, we could not do what we do.
To vote for the new Braunfels High School Marching Band, scan the QR code on your screen or visit cw35.com/station/contests. You must be 18 years old and live in our viewing area. Thanks again to Christian Children's for sponsoring this year's $5,000 band grant.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
And our Steele Knights lead the New Braunfels Unicorns 27-14 as we are closing in on third quarter action. Right now it's time for our Harlandale Independent School District first half highlights. It all got started with Jonathan Hatton going 17 to put Steele up 7-0. Sammy Harris, his teammate, went 41. It was 13-0 Steele in a hurry, but the Unicorns would answer. Leighton Adams going to Beagley, Lance Beagley, his favorite receiver. That made it 13-7. Then in the second quarter, Hatton made it 20-7 on the short 7-yard run. Johnson scored for New Braunfels to cut it to 20-14. And then the long 62-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Cooper. It was 27-14, and that is where we stand as we get ready for third quarter action. Chuck, take a look at the halftime statistics, and New Braunfels hanging in there despite the disparity.
Yeah, Warner doing a really nice job for the Knights. I mean, he's 9 of 11 throwing it, so you see the 201 passing yards, and both teams having some success in the air tonight. Biggest thing is they're both having success cracking the scoreboard, and New Braunfels is going to need to get something done here quickly here to get involved in this ball game here in the second half, make it a one-score game.
All right, the teams making their ways onto the field. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll kick it off. The Unicorns will have it first in third quarter action here on Thursday Night Lights. Can you hear him? Coach, they got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I can hear him. Okay, he's good. He's good.
I can shut up too. I ain't got nothing to say.
You both got your mouth full of cookies.
No, I got a hooter in.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Welcome to New Braunfels, Texas. The Unicorns are on the field. It's 27-14. We're getting ready to kick off third quarter action here at Unicorn Stadium, the house that Jim Streety built. And we are joined by the legendary coach in our booth right now, the fourth winningest coach in Texas football history when he retired from coaching, an absolute South Texas legend, San Antonio Sports Hall of Famer. Coach, good to see you again.
Hey, it's good to be seen. It is, and it's great to see you guys too. We always love having you guys here.
Well, You missed it earlier. We were talking about your wife Janie's famous chocolate chip sea salt cookies, man. It's one of the, that is among other reasons of why we love coming to New Braunfels, Texas.
Yeah, I tell you what, she's got it down pretty good.
How do you stay so slim with those in the house?
Well, I have to watch myself. I eat as much of the dough when she's making them as I do the cookies. It's all good, but yeah, thank goodness she usually makes them for other people, and so you know, I don't get a steady dose of that.
Well, we put pressure on television. You know, I said all week, looking forward to that trip to New Braunfels because I think she feels guilty if she doesn't make them. Now that I'm putting the pressure on her.
She loves you guys. She'll do it as long as you guys will show up around here.
Coach, you guys do such a great job of hosting a high school football game. Chuck and I were talking about. You well know you coached at Madison. You knew Comalander Stadium and Heroes and all those. There's nothing like a smaller town in Texas where the whole community comes out.
It's pretty neat. It really is. And as you know, we've got so many groups involved. I'm looking down there and I see the Blue Crew and I see the Unicorn Handlers, and we had every little cheerleader in the New Braunfels School District on the sideline and out on the field before the game. We had the middle school kids here, and you just you get the whole community involved. It's pretty neat.
The football team is pretty salty too this year.
Yeah, we are. We're not bad. We're getting better, and we need to, because these Steele Knights are pretty doggone good, and of course the rest of our district as well. But we are young. We're inexperienced on defense, and that's what we still got to get a lot better at. Offensively, we've been a little bit ahead of the defense there, I think.
Time for our Rhino Roofers second half kickoff. New Braunfels will have it first. You're a Madison Maverick. Chuck's a Madison Maverick.
Yeah.
Do you claim Chuck?
Oh, shoot. His name's on the restroom wall up there in that English wing. I saw it.
Is it spelled right?
Well, I'm not sure I know what the right spelling is. Yeah. No, he's a legend over there at the corner of O'Connor and Stahl.
I don't know about any of that, but it sure has been nice, forging a friendship with you over these years because you went to Madison. I know, you made your name here, but you also took your name to a next level at Madison.
Yeah.
That is for
well,
sure.
The thing is, that is a great community. And, I went over there and I had no idea I was going to be there for 23 years. But that was a great community, and they supported us. And, obviously we had some really good players along the way.
Yeah, you had some good players, but, those good players speak awfully highly of you. Vincent Taylor tells the story about being a Katrina kid and, being the kid that was, just basically he and his family looking for a place to live and get clothed and all that. And he said, the hand that you all extended him, not just the hand, but the heart.
Yeah.
And he still talks about that to this day and the impact you made on him.
When I saw how big that rascal was in the 8th grade, it wasn't hard to decide we were going to make him welcome. But, yeah, what a great family. Just humble folks and good folks. And Vince and I, we still keep in touch. He still texts me and keeps me in line.
You said Steele is pretty salty too. Let's go down to Matt Roy for a second and hear what Coach Sines had to tell him as he came out of the second half locker room.
Well, guys, so far in the second half, they've done two of the things that Coach Sines didn't want them to do. Allow a big kickoff. They got to the 42, the Unicorns did. Allow big plays on defense. I asked him how his offense was doing. He didn't want to talk about the offense. He knew they were doing well. It was all about fixing the defense in this second half. I asked him how much of a dogfight he knew this was going to be, and he said every single time he comes up to New Braunfels, it's a dogfight. So it's going to be an entertaining second half. And while you guys got Coach Streety there, I went up there and snuck a couple of cookies. I need to get a recipe or something there, Coach
No,
Streety.
she doesn't give it out.
I need to come back up to the booth because that was insane.
I can't believe you guys let him get away with that. Man.
Well, you see how big he is?
Yeah, okay.
He tries to come up to the booth and try to find some. Too late. They've already been gobbled down.
Their pregame, so.
Coach, you were talking about great athletes. The thing that's so telling about your career and the reason that you're among the winningest in the history of the entire state, as Adams looks to fire and completes it to Beagley right at the 45. He's running backwards now. It'll be a gain of about 6. Is that you did it for 23 years at Madison, but before that, correct me if I'm wrong, 20-plus at Madison.
Yeah, 21 at New
Braunfels,
yeah.
And so the kids are different in different places. You won with both.
Yeah.
You left the program in great hands. Of course, Cliff Kingsbury and Tim came after you here and had great success going all the way to the semifinals. And then I do want to say this because Chuck was talking about with Vince and Katrina. Your humanity, I think, separates you from many great coaches that do X's and O's. The way you handled the David Edwards situation when he was paralyzed there at Madison was something I think that onlookers connected to football and not were amazed at your ability to handle that situation with grace and compassion for that family. I don't know how you did it, but you did something I don't think very many people. I think you were put there in that place for that time.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It took it tested my faith. I'll tell you that, and that's what I've told that many a time. That's what got me through that. Is not only my faith, but the faith of David's family.
Yeah.
His particularly his mom and his grandparents were people of strong faith, and I mean, they lifted me up as much as I lifted them up. I promise you.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us for a few moments tonight. Great for people who don't know, he retired as a football coach over at Madison and has come back to where he started as the athletic director now, where he was the football coach for so many years and running again another great program in all sports and going strong. I'm not going to tell him how old you are, Coach, but I hope to be working when I'm that age.
No, they'll be calling the nursing home to come take me home tonight.
But let me ask you, you look great, dude. And I mean, why are you still doing this? I mean, you still get a charge out of all that goes along with running a high school athletic program. I mean, good for you.
I love it, and I really like the people I work with too. And I love being around the kids and coaches, obviously. But it's, I get up every morning getting ready. I'm excited to go to work. I really am.
That's fantastic.
Well, this community is very fortunate to have you. We're all fortunate to have you, Coach. I mean, we're always better for it when you come around. And again, congratulations on a fantastic career that keeps on going. You don't like playing golf? You don't want to just retire?
I hate golf. All of my friends play golf. I shouldn't say that. I don't hate golf. I'd rather go watch them play and get frustrated and laugh and I can have a good time with them. I tried to play golf and it's so frustrating. It really is.
It reminds me of Red McCombs. I had lunch with Red on his 90th birthday. God rest his soul. And I said, "Why are you still doing this?" He was 90. And he said, "Because I spent a year and a half trying to get the ball off the tee. I hated it." What else am I going to do?
And two, when I did play, and I was terrible, and I just couldn't live with the fact that I was terrible. So I get frustrated and get mad, and it took a lot of time, and so anyway.
It's a four-letter word.
It is what it is, boys.
It is what it is. Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all.
God bless you, sir. Great to see you again.
Thank y'all for being here.
One of our absolute favorites, Jim Streety, the athletic director here, and his wife, Janie, our absolute favorite for the sea salt chocolate chip cookies. As New Braunfels, Coach Streety proud of this group, moving right down the field. And they've got a San Antonio Zoo first down after the game by Johnson. He's got it again. He finds a crease. He's across the 30. And it'll be second down and short.
Yeah, I like what New Braunfels is doing, Don. You know, throwing the ball outside, running the ball inside, makes Steele cover the entire field. And, boy, there wasn't much of a hole there, but 5 showing what an electric back he can be.
Second down and about 3. They run it inside to Ibarra. He's hard to find behind those big offensive linemen. But he's effective with those quick feet.
Indeed, yeah, he plays a lot bigger than he is, obviously, and mixing it up with the big boys in there. Bring him on.
That's good for a San Antonio Zoo first down, as New Braunfels doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the Steele offense's hands with time of possession here on this drive. Adams wanting to throw. He's pressured, doesn't see him coming, and he is drilled, and it went up in the air, and now it's picked off. Down the sidelines, coming the other way is Andrew Buck with the Oski.
Well, heavy heat coming from the blind side. Andrew Buck in the right place at the right time. Here it is again. Layton dropping back, looking downfield, and just can't quite clear himself in order to make a throw downfield. And where we come from, those things get hunted down in a hurry.
Ryan Burnett coming off the edge was bearing down, and Adams just didn't see him. Caused that ball to go straight up in the air, and as you said, right place, right time for Andrew Buck. So Steele takes over on their own 40. They hand it inside to Harris, and he's going nowhere. Goes to that right-hand side. Was snuffed out pretty well by that defense of New Braunfels.
Yeah, really good job there by the New Braunfels defense, rallying to the ball. Got to pick up their offense right here. Need a big play if they can figure a way to do it. Get the ball back to their offense, because New Braunfels was driving here to start the second half.
Hatton, the sophomore, has it. He's contacted, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Hatton diving across the 45. A gain of about 5, and we're back in 15 seconds.
Hey San Antonio teens! Are you looking for ways to share your voice, creativity, and ideas on ways to positively impact the community? Become a Project Worth Teen Ambassador. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
DJ Brown, the right guard for Steele, is the injured Knight down on the ground, and they're stretching him out. Maybe that's just a cramp. And we'll take a break. As they attend to him, we'll step aside.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by the Vietnam Army Grunt Museum.
Welcome back to Unicorn Stadium. The Steel Knights have the football with third and about 5 here. 5:41 to go in the third quarter. They lead it by 2 touchdowns. And they will run out their all-everything receiving core. Dante Carter goes to the right, 3 split to the left, including Royal Capel, Jalen Cooper, and Adrian Favreau. They throw inside to Capel. Capel's got the first down and a lot more across the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. Nice strike there by Chad Warner.
Yeah, he's been on point pretty much this entire evening, and boy, he just got 3 razors over there on the left side. Give it to him quick, and he gets you 10 more with his feet.
Jalen Cooper, wide to the bottom of your screen. They get him to jump. It's a free play. They're going to Cooper down the sideline in double coverage, and he's got it. And he's got a touchdown, unless we have offsetting penalties and it's offensive pass interference. If they're both against New Braunfels, that's 6. We'll see and let them sort it out.
Yeah, I saw what you saw, but we'll see what we got here ultimately.
We know it was a free play because of the offside. Cooper may have pushed off to make the catch. That looks to be the case as they come back.
Offside, defense, number 92. Pass interference, offense, number 10. They cancel out, replayed it down.
The ref's doing a really nice job there, and I don't blame Cooper, right? I mean, you get a free play, make him throw the flag, right?
Still a nice athletic play to go up and find the football and get it. There's the offside. And then where did he push? He may have shoved him right there in the back, shoved the defender to the ground. And that was pretty obvious with the shove in the back. It worked for Drew Pearson in Minnesota in '75.
Well played.
Here's Hatton up the middle, across the 35 to the 34.
Boy, when this guy even gets a half head of steam going, he just looks like he's ready to start trucking guys. And you add to the fact that he's got unbelievable feet. I just can't believe we're going to be watching this kid for another 2 years play high school football.
Yeah, he's going to be something special, you know, as he continues to grow. As you said, you see him pregame and you go, who's that? Just lined up next to all these giant seniors. And you go, oh yeah, he's a sophomore? Warner looking deep over the middle, pressured, fires that way, and that might be intercepted, and it is a great leaping.
Wow.
Cole Redding with a heck of a play to pick it off in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and it'll be Unicorn football.
Talk about high pointing the ball, and first of all, locating it, and then putting your body in a position to make a play. How about this one?
Cole Redding and the Unicorns dodge a bullet with an athletic play by the junior rather. It's Unicorn football when we come back.
7-0.
It's Dr. Drake's Sleep Solutions Smile Cam here in New Braunfels. Unicorn fans fired up about that interception, got them the football back.
Well, that was a heck of a defensive play and well needed for New Braunfels as they make a stop here in the second half.
First down at 10, a San Antonio Zoo first down. Here's Johnson. He's met head on and brought down one-on-one by Buck. Already had an interception on that last possession, and now he's got a physical tackle up front.
Yeah, Tyree, it's been a little bit of a slow start for him this year because of all the juggling that had to go on the offensive line for New Braunfels, but you know, just a better job of defense there for Steele, rallying a lot of guys to the football because big Gavin Espinosa was pulling again over here on the left side.
Second down and 15. We've got a change at quarterback. That's Clayton Namkin, the junior. On this series, I don't know if it was because of the throw on the previous drive of the interception.
It could well have been, but Clayton Namkin's a ball player. I mean, this guy, as a sophomore, Don, is already committed to Texas A&M as a catcher to play baseball. I mean, he's got one heck of an arm. He's been battling a little bit of a sore arm issue, but he was right on point with that dime.
It is third down and 15 for Namkin. He's completed 30 passes on the season. He has played some. And he's dropped in the backfield for a sack here as Abden Mata, the all-district senior end, got him. And it'll be punting time for the Unicorns.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to see much of Namkin on that series as Mata makes a play, but this guy, I mean, as a sophomore, I saw him and he looked like a regular high school kid, and I saw him pregame throwing balls. It's like, who is that? Oh, that's our catcher from the baseball team. Really did a lot of growing during the summer.
So low snap, handled well by the punter, gets it away. Steele warning everybody to stay away from it. It'll go to midfield, and Steele will have it at the 49-yard line of New Braunfels. They lead it 27-14. It's Steele Night Football when we come back. Diving for the pylon is Lumpkin, and the linesman says touchdown Steele. Got him again. He's breaking it to the outside. He's to the 20. He's to the 10. Touchdown Steele. Nice. Lumpkin's got his third score of the game.
I mean, you guys went through them like butter tonight. They just didn't have an answer for you.
Yes, sir. Byron Lumpkin was on the TNL Open for about 6 years after that with that diving pylon play.
Just like, you know, you get the question, right, from Mike, and yeah, what else can I say? Yes, sir.
Butter.
That's exactly what happened.
Butter.
We talk about all the great running backs they've had here. Byron Lumpkin, what a player.
It's every year, it seems.
Yeah, they got 3 right now here.
Last year it was Jaden Bailey, who was at Utah State. So here we go at the 49. Warner inside handoff, and it looked like Harris was going places, but big number 95 on that front four, Brody Marish, snagged him by his shoulder pad, stopped him dead in his tracks.
Both defenses making a nice accounting for themselves here in the second half, coming up with some really big plays. Slowed this football game down a little bit for these offenses that have been moving the ball pretty much up and down the field in the first half.
Capel in motion. It's Harris in the backfield. They will fake it to him and throw it to Capel in space. He thought about the hurdle. Instead, he lowers his head and picks up 3 more. It's good enough for a San Antonio Zoo first down. Royal Capel getting another touch tonight.
Yeah, Warner doing a great job too. I mean, I don't know how he threw it, seemingly through the defender that was coming at him, but nice arm angle, nice arm slot in order to make it easy for his receiver.
New set of downs for Chad Warner. Poised junior quarterback. They go inside behind that right side of that offensive line, get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.5 yards for Capel. So take another look at one of our Texas Kidney Foundation's player profiles. It's Christian Fossbender of Steele. Top 5.1 in his class of 632s in the National Honor Society. Back to live action. Harris is strung out. And a good play by DeAndre Davis, the all-everything corner for the Unicorns.
Well, it's just been a really tale of 2 halves here for New Braunfels on defense. I mean, Marish, Gomez, and Cundiff along the line, and then Buckley, Gonzalez, Martinez, and Deschert doing a nice job filling those gaps. They've really tightened things up on the run here in the second half.
Good look at Fossenberger as he ran off the field, making another nice block there. Getting near the end of the third quarter, clock moving quickly here in this period. As Capel now goes in the backfield. They throw over the middle instead, and it's caught. And lunging forward for another San Antonio Zoo first down. I believe that was Hatton. They kind of switched places, he and Capel.
So now you're going to turn him into an H-back, right? I mean, why not?
See what kind of athlete that young man is as we have come to the end of the third quarter. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down. When we come back, Steele has the football as we go to the final period. Time for our Harlandale Independent School District third quarter highlights. Defense, the name of the game in the third. Pressure on the quarterback caused the interception for Andrew Buck of Steele. And then on the other side, pressure on the quarterback caused the interception by Cole Redding. Nice diving, extending INT for the younger brother of Ryan Redding, who Chris Koffis, if I'm not mistaken, was the MVP of our San Antonio Sports All-Star game. Correct? Ding, 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 ding. Ryan Redding a couple years ago. Quarterback here at New Braunfels.
I'm impressed. You guys doing this without notes. Your ability to retain is otherworldly.
No, like from the 70s, yeah, but 2 years ago, that's lucky. I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
Oh,
ball's out. Horns have it. Big momentum swing here to start the fourth quarter.
Well, they're bringing the heat on the run and dialing up another turnover for this New Braunfels defense.
Holden Peterson, the senior linebacker, on the recovery. And there's life on the home side of Unicorn Stadium.
Well, let's see who jammed in here and busted this up. That was big number 92.
A strip by Braden Cundiff.
Cundiff with 2 sacks on the season. Now he's got himself a forced fumble.
All right, they stick with the junior quarterback, Clayton Namkin. He hands off to Johnson. Johnson runs it right into the teeth. Now that Steele defense gets to the 30. They'll spot it just north of the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Kyrie running with authority right there, looking to take on as many Steele guys as possible. Steele doing a really nice job on the run tonight, pretty much from the start of this ball game.
Beagley is at the top of your screen. He's always a threat and always a target. He's got man-to-man coverage. Instead, he goes to this side, one-on-one down there, and that ball's broken up, and it's going to be a penalty, a pass interference call against A.J. Williamson one-on-one with Caden Mills, the sophomore, long, lanky wide receiver for New Braunfels.
Defense, number 10, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic, 1st down.
He was trying to stay with him stride for stride. Caden Mills, obviously a burner on the outside, but that was real easy to call. There was contact for about 10 yards on there as the ball was in the air.
So it's a countywide service company 1st down. Namkin fakes it. He had Beagley on the slant and just overshot him. We talked about that teamwork and camaraderie between Adams and Beagley. You could just tell they had a certain connection and worked for years together, and it just wasn't quite there for Namkin on the same type play.
Well, it's not like Namkin hasn't played. I mean, he's thrown the ball 63 times coming into this football game. So, you know, again, I think they like both QBs, and this for sure is going to be your guy next year.
He's thrown for 411 yards and 2 touchdowns. He throws a slant there, and that's airmailed over the sophomore again. He said it was tipped, so there's no pass interference calls. And looking for Caden Mills. Caden Mills, impressive looking young man.
Indeed, there sure was a lot of contact down there, but as you said, if it's tipped, it doesn't matter what happens on the back end.
On both of those last 2 plays, his vertical leap, just a thing of beauty. Finger on it. Good call.
And then you get decapitated on the other end if you're the receiver.
3rd and long. Namkin under pressure. Throws to the outside. Again, good one-on-one coverage. A.J. Williamson wins that battle. No flag, or is there one?
Yeah, there was.
There was. Okay, interference. One-on-one again. That's 2 flags on the same defender guarding the same receiver.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2, spot foul, automatic, 1st down.
We're back in 15 seconds.
Do you know a San Antonio teen in 7th to 12th grade looking for ways to get involved in the community? They can apply to be a Project Worth Teen Ambassador today. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
So it's countywide service company 1st down, automatic 1st down on the penalty. Here's Namkin. Here's Johnson on the handoff. Johnson bounces it. Johnson cuts inside. Johnson breaking tackles down to the 32-yard line. Gain of about 15. And it might be coming back. There is a flag down right on the 45.
Hold it. Offense, number 33. 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. 1st down.
That's a coach killer right there. You're looking at 1st and 10. You pick up a 13 on their 32, and instead, you're 1st and 20. All the way back at your own 45.
Yeah, and that's really a killer too when your hold happens outside the line of scrimmage too. So the Braunfels certainly not making it easy on themselves here on this drive.
A difference of 25 yards net. And now another whistle, and Steele wants a timeout to talk it over. We'll take it with them. This game getting interesting. New Braunfels needs a score. We'll see if they can get one when we come back. The Steele Knights wanted to talk it over. Meanwhile, it's time for a Texas Kidney Foundation player profile from Jalen Jones, the senior who had a tough go of it when he lost his mom, but he said he overcame that by playing football for Steele. It kept me on a positive and on the right path, as athletics does so much for young men.
And isn't it strange how that all works, right? These guys are inspiring us.
That play looked like there was mass confusion on the pull or the hand. It took a month to develop, and Steele was right there, Jones right in the middle of it to help make that play. So it's loss of another 4. And in 2 plays, New Braunfels is going from the Steele 32 to their own 40. It's 2nd down and 25. They'll go with Johnson. He's shown the ability to break the big one, but gets about 3 there. There is no play in the playbook for 3rd and 20. So let's see if maybe Lance Beagley can make some magic here. Just put the ball in his hands. See if he can create something in space. Johnson's their other home run hitter. He's lined up with Nampkin in the backfield.
I'll try to run something over on the left side, see if you can't sneak somebody.
They'll run the bubble to Beagley. Beagley to the crease. Gonna dance outside and get to the corner. Beagley to the 40. He's gonna be about 3 yards short of the 1st down, but that's definite 2-down territory there. You could manage a 4th down call here at 4th and 3.
I was gonna say run something left or just get it to Beagley and let him do his thing. Mercy, this guy, how's he not being over-recruited? And I get the sneaky suspicion, Don, that as we go along through this process and see what happens with the portal, there are going to be a lot of people knocking on this guy's door.
4th and 3. Let's see what Coach Mangold has in his book of tricks. He goes straight with Johnson. Steele's defense stretches it out. He's not going to get it. The Knights hold. We're back in 15 seconds.
Hey San Antonio teens! Are you looking for ways to share your voice, creativity, and ideas on ways to positively impact the community? Become a Project Worth Teen Ambassador. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
All right, so Steele takes over, up 27-14, 8 minutes to go here. They hand to Hatton. He puts his head down and gets a good 8 yards on first down. And Chuck, we talked about his physical attributes as just a sophomore, 6'1", 190, but I think I'm more impressed with his vision and his football knowledge and just the way the game comes to him naturally.
Yeah, I mean, he runs with great leverage, and his ability to just get it going once he has it is elite.
Here's a hand inside, good enough to pick up the countywide service company first down. That's yet another ball carrier. That's Avion Farrow. Been on the field a few times tonight, punting the football.
Yeah, Zeke Martinez having a heck of a night, number 40. That was a great tackle in space, and here we go on 3rd and short.
I thought he got the first down. He did not. There's the push. That seems to have it.
Well, he had the crystal ball. I like it.
I think that spot was a little questionable. No harm, no foul. It's a first down. Countywide service company first down. And Chad Warner now methodically running some clock here because now it's a matter of limiting New Braunfels' possessions and a chance to get back in this thing. So you want to do two things. You want to go down and score, but you also want to take plenty of time doing it. Favreau going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage on first down, and talked a lot about the Steele front three, but Brody Marish and Jaron Gomez and Braden Cundiff have done a nice job up front for New Braunfels as well.
Indeed they did, and they were thinking what you were thinking, that Steele was going to kill clock, so they put a bunch of dudes in the box, run blitzed, and came up with a nice stop there.
The two all-everything receivers are split to the bottom of your screen. It's Cooper and it's Capel. Instead, they go to Hatton on the other side. Hatton still driving his legs forward. Gets across midfield, but he'll be short of a first down. It'll be after the game of 2 to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 7.
Where there's some dirty yards going on right now. I mean, the amount of physicality that we're seeing in this football game has gone another level here as New Braunfels tries to get the ball back to their offense.
Same formation, Capel and Cooper, bottom of your screen. He looks that way to Capel on the slot. Had he led him as he probably wanted to, it would have been picked off. Good coverage there in the zone by the defensive backfield, including Micah Gonzalez, who read that perfectly, and it kind of forced Warner to throw behind him.
So another good stop by the New Braunfels defense. Man, both of these defenses have completely flipped this game in the second half.
They figured it out. Beagley goes back to his 20. Farrow will punt it away. He had a nice one earlier tonight. Here's another high kick. Fair catch called for and juggled and held on to by Beagley. New Braunfels has life. Down 2 scores. 6 minutes to go. Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions Smile Cam zeroing in on the young Unicorns who are believing right now that their squad can come back and get a couple of scores here. 6 minutes to go. And the Unicorns are going to come back with Nampkin again quarterbacking here in the fourth quarter. Nampkin throws a slant. That ball's almost picked off. It was low.
Duke.
And I know that they said coming into this ball game that Nampkin was going to kind of split the snaps with Leighton Adams, but a little surprised here after the last series that they didn't go back to Adams because of really kind of the difference in the continuity. I know he threw the interception into the end zone, or the interception that he was hit real hard on that fluttered up in the air and Buck picked, but seemed to have a better timing with his receivers than they've run into on the last couple of series. So they'll go to Johnson, and he's met hard for a gain of 2.
And we don't know what the health situation is either, although he did come in to punt. So,
yeah,
coach's decision.
Sure.
One way or the other.
Monarch Trophy, 344-3777. You can go online to monarchtrophy.awards.com. Great partners of TNL over the many 15 years. We'll hand out the hardware after the game to our MVP and to the winning coach. It's third down and long, deep in their own territory for Nampkin and the Unicorns. Wants to throw again, under pressure again, and dropped. A sack for the Steele Knights. And there's Jalen Jones, the young man playing for the memory of his mom, coming up big.
Speaking of big, right? I mean, he's another one of those guys, Don, you're walking around down on the field, is like, who's 99? It's like, well, if you don't know, you're going to find out pretty quickly. But, you know, not only him, Jacob King, Mata, I mean, these dudes are, again, the trio of these guys, they are a handful every time they step on a football field.
Steele not buying punt for a minute, nobody back. They're looking all fake, and they'll live with wherever this ends up. And it takes a good New Braunfels bounce inside Steele territory all the way down to the 41-yard line. It'll be downed there, and we'll take a break. When we come back, Steele just be trying to put this thing away. 4 minutes and change, and a 2-touchdown lead for Chad Warner and the Knights. .430 to play here for the Steele Knights, who would be undefeated if not for a one slip-up at Austin Lake Travis. They beat Brennan, the number 2 team in town, on opening night, 52-0. They beat the Hutto Hippos Midland Legacy 62-31, and Birmingham out of California. Coach David Sines thinks his team, with its talent, can make a run at a state championship. They hand off to Hatton inside. He picks up 4. Playing good competition from around the state and around the country helps prepare that. And after seeing them since Lake Travis, it's kind of, unless you were there, I didn't see it, but you kind of wonder, how did they lose to Lake Travis? Lake Travis is a great program. dynasty. But only managing 10 points, you just got to wonder if it was an off night, because they have been impressive.
Yeah, top to bottom, right? Warner's really been good. This is the first time I've really got a chance to see this guy play. Very impressive performance guiding this offense.
Run Capel in motion to the right side, looking his way, want to throw it. Completes it underneath. That's to Cooper. And Cooper picks up a few more. It'll be third down and about 3.5.
Yeah, I like that play right there, too. You got a lot of guys in the box, and you know what New Braunfels is going to do. They're trying to stop the run here. You're going to try to kill clock on the ground, and just do something safe with your heady quarterback. Warner rolling out, throwing a strike, and third and manageable now, yeah.
No hurry here as the play clock ticks inside of 10. Here's Hatton again. And I'll hand it to that young man. Many a time tonight, he's had the opportunity to pop it outside and take the easier route, and he, every single time, would rather put his head down and try to find the crease inside. And if you're a coach, you want a guy who loves running in there between the tackles.
Yeah, and I love the fact that New Braunfels isn't quitting either. I mean, these guys bowing up and making a play there on third and manageable.
So New Braunfels will take the timeout on fourth down, area of the field where Steele has a decision to make. And let's flash back all the way to our first season on TNL with Ernie Zuniga on the call.
Johnson is in motion once again. Simmons is going to throw, kind of a sidearm. And one of the officials went down. Chris Duckworth hasn't gone down yet to the 20. He will march into the end zone for a touchdown, 74 yards. And the Unicorns continue to pull it on.
Ernie's sitting at home right now saying, my voice changed since then.
Our man, Big Ern McCracken. Love that dude, right?
Yeah,
Who
for
doesn't?
sure. He did a great job. That looked like Cliff Kingsbury playing quarterback there. It was number 16, wearing that classic uniform. Steele has decided to give up the field position and not try to go for it. Beagley's got the return on. He gets to the outside, gets out of bounds. And so New Braunfels running out of time. 2:50 to go. They got to score twice. But they do have explosive weapons. Johnson's a home run hitter, and so is Beagley. And our producer extraordinaire, Chris Kotfus. It's his show. We're just living in it.
15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
He's calling up another flashback from 2020. Driggers has his work cut out for him on this snap. Straight drop, wants to go deep over the middle, does. One-on-one coverage, caught. Redding to the 5, Redding, touchdown, Unicorns. Another Redding. Namkin scrambling. He wants to go. That was a dangerous throw. He threw it straight to 3 Steele Knights, and it was just short.
Well, there are a lot of things happening on that play. First of all, good job by Namkin setting up the defense when he sprinted outside to try to make a play, but your receivers have got to come back and try to give you something to throw to. I mean, you can't just keep running downfield. You got to come back and try to help your guy out.
Christian Watson just beside himself that he wasn't able to have a pick 6 there. Namkin, straight drop here. Now he's going to scramble. He's going to take off with a stick, and he's going to get there. It's going to be a first down for the New Braunfels Unicorns. Nice job running the football from Clayton Namkin. Stops the clock, moves the sticks. Did they not give it to him?
He went right at the stick, so it was going to be close one way or the other, but it looks like he might
2
have
yards
stepped
short.
down. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell.
Wow. Okay.
The far side, it was close.
Third down looks like a full 2 here. They'll go with Johnson, and he'll lose a couple more. It'll be 4th down and about 3.5 or 4. Man, I could have sworn he had picked up the first down, and he was short. It's down. Now this is the football game here for New Braunfels. Got to have it. Caden Mills and Lane Duke split wide to the right. Beagley at the top. It's a pump and go, and they go. And they've got Mills. And he comes back for the football. He's interfered with. It'll be an automatic first down for New Braunfels. They'll be inside Steele territory with 1:45 to play.
It's so hard if you're a defensive back, running stride for stride with a receiver and then the ball is underthrown, to not make a move like that.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty from previous spot, automatic. First down.
Yeah, I thought Christian Watson did a really nice job stride for stride, and then once it's underthrown like that, I mean, your natural reaction is the guy's going to be coming back for the ball. Got turned around a little bit, but again, we see 88's wheels on display, and
Yeah,
he's
Mills,
got some.
He's just a sophomore, and he's had everybody that he's gone against tonight beaten. That's the 3rd pass interference call against Steele, be it A.J. Williamson or Watson. He's beaten them both tonight consistently. Here he is again, but no time. Steele's defensive front comes through right up the gut. Julian Hugo, the sophomore, in on the tackle along with his buddy Jacob King.
Yeah, we got a senior and Hugo, the sophomore, getting in there, and I couldn't take my eyes off 88. He's not only fast on, he runs really legit, crisp routes.
Tick-tock, under 1:20 to go. This might be a free play, no flags. Now we see it. Nampkin rushing, gonna cut up, spin, and get out of bounds at the 40. I think that was offsides on Steele. So it'll be a 5-yard gain maybe, no matter what. Clock stops with 1:07.
Offside. Defense, number 34. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Either way, the Steele defense isn't the bigger problem right now. It's the clock.
Indeed it is, as we wind down here. Well under 2 minutes left to go in the football game.
See if they take a shot here. They love Mills again. Nampkin stepping up, firing. That's incomplete. Very close to the line of scrimmage when he let that go. There's no flag. There's your throw, Chuck, from home plate to second base to get the base runner.
Well, clearly he's elite at that. He did a great job there climbing the pocket as well. Just couldn't quite make the connection on the other end, but somebody better check to see if their fingers are still on their hands. That was a missile.
Right at 1 minute even. 3rd and 11 for Nampkin. 2 split right, including Mills at the bottom. But he's running for his life again, and he's going to be sacked. And they're going to call that ball incomplete pass. Now you got the whole grounding thing outside the tackle box. Did it get back to the line of scrimmage?
Intentional grounding, offense, number 11, spot foul, 3rd down.
You got to be very.
It's a loss of down. It's 4th down.
Yeah, if you're Clayton Nampkin here, because you're trying to get rid of the ball, and you got to be very careful not to expose your throwing arm like this.
It's going to be 4th and 40. Excuse me.
Well, we're going to see what kind of an arm he's got here. Do you just run a bunch of guys deep and try to throw and get Beagley underneath on something, get him in some space.
You may not have the time to get your receivers down there the way this front three of Steele has dominated this possession. Time for our Beluga Air whale of a collision, and we've got multiple to give tonight.
Yeah, there's been some hitting in this ball game. Bam, right there, one for 3-5.
Another one caused an interception.
Bringing
off
the
edge.
heat, yeah, from all different kinds of spots tonight. If you're the Steele Knights. And then, when in doubt, let's have a party in the backfield. 35's been great tonight.
Tell you what, I think of Jimmy Johnson speaking to the Miami Hurricanes well after he was retired. And he gives a great speech about fatigue making cowards of us all. And he said, don't be tired. In the fourth quarter, you want the other guys looking at you across the line of scrimmage to be the one in pain and doesn't feel like he's got much left, and you're feeling as fresh as you were in the first quarter. And quite honestly, in this fourth quarter, the defensive front of the Steele Knights have been absolutely dominant with the pressure and passing downs against New Braunfels.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Jacob King. How many times have we seen that guy in the backfield tonight? And that guy's a nose tackle. I mean, these guys are so talented and so gifted, and they play so hard and come with bad intentions. All the superlatives. I mean, just a treat to watch.
Mata, King, and Jones, and here on 4th and 30, they were their ears pinned back. And they're going to get him. Now they're not. He got away from it, going deep. And that ball is wisely dropped.
I'm with you. Save yourself some field position, right?
I think when he gets back to the sideline and the coach tells him that he just made a 60-yard decision smarter, he'll go, oh, I meant to do that.
I think he was saying that on his way back to the sideline.
Hey, it's time for our Ron Hoover RV and Marine play of the night. And how about the guy who's got more touchdowns than anybody in the state as a wide receiver? Cooper going 62 yards for that score right there. Jalen Cooper, one of the top recruits, one of the top producers. That's his 11th receiving touchdown of the year.
Super Cooper Duper.
And that'll do it. Chad Warner's going to take a knee, maybe one more. And that'll do it. The Steele Knights are going to send New Braunfels to 2-4 on the year, but New Braunfels proving tonight they are way better than that record indicates. And Steele is going to move to 5-1 and 1-0 in District 27 6A. We talked about it earlier. The reason these two teams are playing teams from all over the state because there's just so few teams in their district. So New Braunfels has played Denton Ryan and Pflugerville and Brenham, teams from all over the area, outside the area. And Steele, as we told you, went to Austin twice, Midland, and played a team from California. But they will be 5-1. They will stay ranked in our top 3 in the TNL top 10, and they continue to look like a state playoff contender. And this is always a good battle, and was again tonight. David Si's team with the win, 27-14. Chuck, thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think this is the last we've heard from New Braunfels either, right? I mean, Coach Mangold said he wanted to see more from his defense. I thought they grew up a lot in the second half.
Yeah, very, very talented football team, and young as well. They've got a bright future after this year as well. When we come back, we'll hand out the hardware, the player of the game, and the trophy to Coach signs. Matt Roy joins us for the postgame show next.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, the Gomez Law Firm, Steele North Star Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Centro Med, Enroll SA, Countywide Service Company, Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions, Christus Children's, San Antonio Sports, Valero, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum, Beluga Air, Rhino Roofers, Texas Kidney Foundation, Air and Plumbing Today, Ron Hoover RV and Marine, Harlandale Independent School District, San Antonio Zoo, and Monarch Trophy Studio.